The war between Donald Trump and Ron DeSantis continues, and now it's becoming a little tiny bit more two-sided. For a while, Trump has been going nutso against DeSantis, but DeSantis has stayed quiet, and now he's finally answered a question about Trump that I think reveals he might be in for a fight. But before we look at that, here's the most recent polling we have from a conservative organization polling GOP voters called Club for Growth from key primary states that these two would compete in if they did indeed run against each other in the 2024 presidential GOP primary, as Mediaite outlines. DeSantis has not publicly ruled out a run that has rankled Trump, who accused the governor of disloyalty after the former president endorsed him for governor in 2018. Several Trump-backed candidates fared poorly at the polls last week, particularly in swing states and districts. Meanwhile, DeSantis coasted to re-election in Florida, after which Trump publicly attacked him. Many Republicans fear another Trump run could damage the party. And then here it is. Conducted after the midterms from November 11th to November 13th, the poll shows DeSantis leading Trump in 4 states among likely Republican caucus and primary voters in those states. In Iowa, which hosts the first in the nation Iowa caucuses, DeSantis leads Trump 48% to 37%. Those figures represent a dramatic swing from a survey conducted by the same pollster, which found in August Trump leading DeSantis 52% to 37%. So you have a flip there, and now DeSantis is leading Trump by almost 10 percentage points. DeSantis holds a 52% to 37%. That's a huge lead in New Hampshire after being tied with Trump in August. And then, of course, Trump is far behind him in Florida, 56% to 30%. And in Georgia, DeSantis leads 55% to 35%. So the polling would reveal DeSantis would be the favorite in some of these key battleground primary races. But as I talked about on yesterday's show, there's a big difference between a hypothetical matchup and an actual matchup where Trump is able to get his talons into DeSantis, for lack of a better term, and they're on the debate stage together, which is where Trump took down a lot of these other Republicans in the 2015-2016 presidential cycle. And so we'll just see, but I really, really want DeSantis to announce so that these two can go after each other in a full and robust way. Here's DeSantis getting asked about Trump, his announcement, and DeSantis' thoughts about it.
I would like to know what you think about Trump's big announcement and some of the less than flattering comments he has made about you.
Well, you know, one of the things I've learned in this job is when you're leading, when you're getting things done, yeah, you take incoming fire. That's just the nature of it. I roll out of bed in the morning. I've got corporate media outlets that have a spasm, just the fact that I'm getting up in the morning, and it's constantly attacking. And this is just what's happened. I don't think any governor got attacked more, particularly by corporate media, than me over my
They just covered the unhinged things you were doing, Ron.
4-year term. And yet, I think what you learn is all that's just noise. And really what matters is, are you leading? Are you getting in front of issues? Are you delivering results for people? And are you standing up for folks? And if you do that, then none of that stuff matters. And that's what we've done. We focused on results and leadership. And, you know, at the end of the day, I would just tell people to go check out the scoreboard from last Tuesday night. The fact of the matter is, you know, the fact of the matter is, it was the greatest Republican victory in the history of the state of Florida.
So look at the scoreboard. That's a pretty interesting indication of what his message would be against Trump, which is, I think he'll try to stick to some of his praise of Trump, some of it, because he was so aggressively for Trump for a while there, and say, you know, your America First vision was good, but you just didn't follow through on it. And I got results, and look at the scoreboard at what those results got me in an election and what voters thought of that. And the Republican Party, you need a winner, and I'm a winner. Unfortunately, this guy's a loser. That to me, whoa, smack my mic, is an indication of kind of what his message could be. Now, Trump has continued his side of the feud on Truth Social, reposting a screenshot of a Twitter post of DeSantis and his old ad when he was running for governor that we played yesterday, just saying, look how much I can attach my lips to the rear end of Donald Trump. And I love him so much. Oh my gosh, elect me for governor. Trump's the best president ever. I teach my kids about how amazing Trump is. And so Trump posted that screenshot of this ad and said, thanks, Ron, as kind of, an indication that the way you came to political relevance in the significant way that you now are was kissing my butt, and that shouldn't be forgotten. So it would be so sweet to watch those two just go at it for 2 years, and I would be thrilled to cover that. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to be a part of what makes this show possible, plus get access to the full video version of the show hours before any of the clips are uploaded to YouTube, plus get access to an extra full show every Saturday that only members can see, you can do so by going to patreon.com/Luke Beasley. That's patreon.com/Luke Beasley, and there is a link in the description.